everybody, welcome back to another video of Amiibo Productions. Today, I'm going to be telling you guys about how Amiibos have changed throughout the years and to their downfall. So sit back and relax and grab a quick snack and watch me yap about these plastic figures for 6 minutes. So what are Amiibos? As I mentioned in my last video, Amiibos are mostly small plastic figures that can unlock certain items or features in some Nintendo games. This was Nintendo's first take on the Toys to Life genre that was popular at the time, introduced in November of 2014. Amiibos were originally released alongside Super Smash Bros. For the Wii U. When they first came out, there were 12 figures, representing some of the most popular Smash fighters at the time. But of course, releasing the most popular fighters all at once had to come with some problems. When the first wave came out, they were almost impossible to find, as scalpers were waiting in lines as early as 4 AM just for these little figures. The first wave also had many printing errors that ended up selling for some crazy prices on eBay. Eventually, Amiibo spread to all of Nintendo's most well-known franchises, including Zelda, Pokemon, Mario, and most infamously, Animal Crossing. If you don't know what I mean by that, let me tell you about a little game called Animal Crossing Amiibo Festival. Basically, this was an Animal Crossing ripoff of Mario Party, both Amiibos. Anyways, it released for the Wii U in 2015, and to make it a long story short, it failed miserably, getting a 46 out of 100 on Metacritic and 5 out of 10 by IGN. This game gave Amiibos a really bad reputation. Not to mention the game only sold around 500,000 copies on an already failing system. Animal Crossing also introduced Amiibo cards, which are cards that integrate the chip from Amiibos, but turn it into a trading card style collectible. These had some pretty cool variety and even had some different packs with certain villagers inside. And similar to the Wii U, Amiibos unfortunately had the same problem as the Wii U. The ads sucked. Well, except for that one ad. Wait a second, is that Steve from Stranger Things? Anyways, the ads barely showcased what Amiibos were actually for, and they just showed people tapping the action figures on their Wii U a bunch. After the Toys to Life craze slowed down and games like Skylanders, LEGO Dimensions, and Disney Infinity all shut down and stopped receiving updates, Amiibo still kept pushing on, and by the time of Nintendo's next console, the Switch, they were still pretty decently popular. By this time, Amiibos got really fancy looking with super tiny details on their figures and even customized stands on some Amiibos. But it was around this time that Nintendo stopped advertising Amiibos as a fun in-game add-ons and started treating them as premium collector's items. You can really tell by checking the price difference. In 2014, an Amiibo costed roughly around $14 Canadian and $12 US. Now Amiibos cost anywhere from $25 to $40 Canadian. An insane difference from its start. Third-party businesses also started making custom Amiibo emulators that would trick a system into believing it was a legit Amiibo. Meanwhile, it was just a digital clone pretending to be one. If you don't believe me, take a look at this ad.
Top 3 smallest Nintendo Switch accessories. Number 1. This tiny toaster doesn't make breakfast. It actually stores your Nintendo Switch cartridges. You can pop them in and push the lever down. Number 2. Why does Nintendo give you a giant plastic box for a cartridge this small? These accessories shrink the box down to the size of the game itself. They're adorable, but also way too easy to lose. Number 3. This device is called the Amiibo, the world's smallest Amiibo. Instead of buying dozens of figures, this gadget unlocks every Amiibo on your Switch, plus the 3DS and Wii U. That means rare villagers in Animal Crossing, secret armor in Zelda, and much more. The best part? It costs less than buying every single Amiibo.
So yeah, they're obviously trying to bait people into thinking it's just a normal video, and then they smack them with this ad. Also, just a quick disclaimer, I do not recommend buying or using these devices as it goes against Nintendo's terms of service, and I'm sure none of us want these Nintendo ninjas on our tails. Plus, those videos advertising them are just the worst. They're so annoying. Around the prime of Amiibos in 2015, in the massive hype for Smash for Wii U and 3DS, many original 3DS owners were disappointed to find out that their original 2011 3DS didn't support Amiibos, as they weren't around during the 3DS launch. So, Nintendo's solution? Make a hockey puck-shaped Amiibo scanner that connects the 3DS wirelessly, and somehow it worked. This didn't last for long though, as later models from the 3DS family, like the new 3DS XL, it just had a built-in NFC reader for the Amiibos. And that brings us to today. While Amiibos are more expensive than ever, I gotta admit that they do look pretty cool. But with the launch of the Switch 2, collectors noticed something pretty crazy. You don't even need to take them out of the box to scan them. Yes, you heard me right. Between Nintendo, for some reason, removing these old foil blockers from the packaging and the Switch 2 having a much stronger NFC reader, you can now scan a completely sealed figure without ever damaging the box's condition. You might be thinking, when do you think Nintendo's gonna stop the production of Amiibos? Well, to be honest, I think it'll be a while before Nintendo stops making Amiibos, because they seem to still be pretty popular and recognized by Nintendo and their fans. And even if they do ever stop making Amiibos, they'll always have a special place in my heart. Thanks everyone for watching this video about me talking about Amiibos and what happened to them. Keep your Amiibo safe, and if you are wondering, I said the word Amiibo 21 times. I'm trying to reach 200 subscribers by the end of the summer, and if I make it before the end of the summer, then I'll have a special live where you choose what retro games out of my collection to play. If you help by subbing, that'll bring you one step closer to my goal and alive. And with that out of the way, enjoy your summer break. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.